Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Pooya Liana Lounge. Hope you are doing well. I am the aforementioned Pooya. She is the titular Liana, and welcome to our lounge.
Okay. I think we have to start out with what is, I'm sure, extremely obvious to everybody who's watching the YouTube video. We're in a different corner. Can you tell?
Don't think most people would have clocked. So
it just looks like we mirrored our footage.
Well, no, because I'm usually on this side of the camera.
Yeah,
anyway.
but you were next to the curtain before, and now I'm next to the curtain.
People could assume we have
Okay,
multiple windows.
I went on a reorganization spree because Mike Bloom texted me and was like, "Hey, Survivor's starting soon," and I was like, "Ah!" So I was like, I have to reorganize a room so that I can do both. I want to be able to do both, baby. Do the PAL and be able to do the RHAP pods and the P pods, and the PAL setup was in the way of the other stuff. So anyway, we had to reorganize. So we're in a new corner. This is our first pod from the new corner. New corner gang, what up?
We didn't have to. One of us wanted to, and the other one said sure.
Had
to. Supported your decision.
Had to. I had to. It was not a question of if, it was a question of when. So here we are.
Here we are.
Here we are.
New angle.
New angle,
Same
new
angle.
us. Oh. New angle, new us.
It's not new us, though.
Same old us?
But yeah.
Okay, well, how is same old us?
Same old us is good, except my sleep schedule's in the bin again. But, like, it's
in a weird way.
In a good weird way, a little bit. I don't know. What have your thoughts been? Because, so I'm on, like, a weird sleep schedule where I sleep twice a day now, at, like, 2 bursts of sleep. The one of them happens at like 8 p.m., but then I wake up at midnight or 1, and then the other one happens usually around like 5, and then I'll wake up at like 8.
Yeah, I mean, look, toddlers have a biphasic sleep schedule, so I don't see why
Call
you
me a
would
toddler?
be in it. No, I'm just saying that like there's some evolutionary, I'm sure, reason for a biphasic sleep schedule.
It comes down to this, for me, is that I'm trying to move away from sleeping really late.
Yes. Like going to bed really late.
Yeah. And right now in the cycle I'm in, because I have other commitments during the day and they're spread out quite vastly, where it's not like, oh, I have a 5-hour pocket of free time. I can sleep now.
Yeah.
Everything is like a little too close to each other to the moment I'm like, I don't want to fall asleep and then not wake up and then miss something.
Yeah.
So I have to like wait till the evening. But then by like 7, I'm drained. But also, if I sleep at 7, I'm waking up at 11, and then I'm just awake again. So we're making it work, or at least I'm trying to. And I feel like I'm currently trying to remain on this schedule while I'm doing my stuff that I need to do to keep productive. At some point, we can discuss, or maybe I can stop and reset. But right now is not the time.
My suggestion was basically like understand what's immovable during your week, because I think the biggest thing is just to be consistent. So no matter what you pick, like for example, people take a siesta in the middle of the day, a nap, right? So maybe that's what your biphasic sleep schedule would look like, because basically you have things that are like early enough, but you also have stuff that's like late until the evening late.
I hear that. My one issue with that is that if my body decides we are going to go into deep sleep, I will not wake up to any alarm, and I will oversleep on the nap I intend to have.
You got to get that alarm that runs away from you and like blasts noise.
See, the thing is, that alarm that runs away from you will make the same amount of noise that my alarm makes.
You got to get a foghorn. Like you got to get the loudest of any alarm. Like the loudest of any alarm. Like so loud. Although I will say, so I went to wake you up for a podcast when you were taking a nap. I went to wake you up. I shook you multiple times and I was like, okay, I don't want to have to come back up here. So can you please tell me you're awake? And you said, yeah, I'm awake. And then I was like, great. And you were like eyes open looking at me. Apparently you didn't remember any of that. Which is crazy.
I woke up 30 minutes after I was supposed to be on this pod. And because this is not the first time this has happened, I knew Liana, because Liana had agreed to wake me. She was, when I needed to take a nap, I almost get Liana's cosign because she has to wake me up.
Mm-hmm.
So if she's fine to wake me up, I'll take the nap. So Liana had agreed to wake me up. She knew when the podcast was. So the fact that I woke up at, what was it, 9:30, I knew that Liana had tried to wake me up, and I had probably
I tried to wake you up twice.
Yeah.
I woke you up 10 minutes before, and then I woke you up because then I went back to work because I was working. And so I lost track of time. And then it had been 28 minutes, and I was like, oh, crap. So I went to wake you up again, and you didn't remember that either, which is wild to me. Again, I did the same thing both times.
I sleep deep.
I think that that's because you're not consistent with your sleep schedule.
I think I'm just a deep sleeper.
I mean, I think that that is entirely possible. I also think that you have been chronically undersleeping, and I think that this is your body trying to like reclaim that as well.
Relax, body. We got enough sleep.
Be chill, man.
Yeah, please.
But
No.
that's just one woman's opinion. What?
Okay.
I'm in my Mr. Rogers outfit. Do you like it? It's my Mr. Rogers sweater.
Is that what that is?
That's what I'm going to call it. Because that's how it feels. Also, because you know how Mr. Rogers would come home and he would take his jacket off and then he'd put his sweater on? I have to do that when I go into the lab. I take my sweater off and I put my lab coat on and then I like go into the lab. So I feel like I'm Mr. Rogers basically. Pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, I'm more like Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Bill Nye sucks.
Yeah, does he?
As a science educator for children, he is fine. As a human being, he is pretentious and full of himself. You heard it here first. Oh my God!
If the lab coat fits.
When the Pooya and Liana Lounge gets into a feud with Bill Nye, then what?
I am not in a feud with nobody. I'm not fighting your battles for you.
Yeah, all right. Him and Neil deGrasse Tyson can come for me.
Well, how's the same old for you?
Awful. If I'm being
Okay.
100%
Damn.
honest. Well,
Okay.
no.
Soft lead us into it.
Let me be clear.
She's just miserable.
No, things have been really, really difficult. I have been extremely busy with work. There are 10,000 tasks that all need to happen, and everything is on fire. And I'm going to be 100% honest. Like, normally we try to come to the pod, and I'm going to be positive and be like, yeah, it's good. Maybe this is happening, whatever. But, like, your girl is falling apart at the seams. So we are making an active effort this weekend to rest. And we're working with our therapist to go over, like, what brings us anxiety? What is the narrative? How are we talking ourselves? What's our self-talk in those moments? So we're working on it. But if I'm going to be 100% honest, like, yeah, things have been tough. Things have been really super busy.
I'm sorry to hear that.
You know what? That's okay. And I know that it's temporary. And I know that it's one of those things that, like, we'll work through. And it's going to be okay when we get through it. I've been through worse. We're going to be fine.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be a good weekend, too.
Well, is that because it's your birthday?
Yeah.
Ding, 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 ding.
What was that?
It's the birthday bell, I guess. I don't know.
I have many questions, but I'll choose to not ask them. Yeah, my birthday's on Sunday, the 22nd.
What are you going to do?
Well, we talked about... See, the thing is... I was asked recently how I feel about my birthday. And I used to be very enthusiastic about it. The older I'm getting, the more I'm like, I don't want to perceive it. Like, I don't want to look directly at it. But also, I feel like for the last, this is going to be a bummer, the last like 10 years, the birthdays haven't really been like, I haven't been doing anything like incredible.
Okay.
But I'm excited, I think.
I mean, remember the whole birthday celebration that I did for you your first year here? That wasn't amazing.
It was good.
Oh, it was good. It was good. Well, I think part of it is like, it is what you make it, right? Like, remember when you're a kid and you're like, I'm gonna have a birthday party and we're gonna go do an activity I want to do. And like, I'm super excited about it. I feel like we just got to bring that energy back. Like, what would you want to do for your birthday party? If you were to have a birthday party, what would you do?
What I do every day. Like, I feel like I'm getting to, like, I'm literally living my best life. Like, I don't need any new thing. The only thing I would maybe say is it would be nice to like be, like, if we went to like a weekend getaway or like on like, no, but like abroad to like a resort or something.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that'll take a bit more planning.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So like, something like that is like the only thing, because otherwise if we're here, I'm doing everything I love already, so I'm fine.
Well, how about this? Do you ever feel like you can count something towards your birthday even if it's not on your birthday?
What do you mean?
Like, for example, like the whole FIFA of it all, like for going to the World Cup of it all. Like, does going to the World Cup, can you retroactively apply that as like, this was my birthday gift to me from from future
I've
me,
never
you know what I mean?
been like, I'm gifting myself something on my birthday.
Yeah, but you'd be gifting yourself the getaway to abroad or whatever you just said.
Yeah, but if the getaway abroad is that weekend, yes. But if the getaway abroad is in June, then no.
I see. So you're saying that no, you can't retroactively apply it to being your birthday gift.
I mean, it's like if I unbox the thing and you got me 2 tickets to the World Cup, then yes, that counts. But me purchasing it does not count as me gifting myself that and make me like, and it's for our birthday. Like, that's not a thing.
Well,
Also,
okay,
I already
then
bought the tickets, like without the birthday being in my mind. I'm not going to
Okay,
retroactively assign it to the birthday.
I'll buy the plane tickets in the hotel, and then that'll be your
No.
birthday. I'm getting you a retirement account for your birthday. What more could you want?
No. No, I said.
I did our taxes for your birthday. What more could you want?
You. No.
I'm gonna try to apply everything I've done and be like, I got the car fixed for your birthday.
Yeah,
what more could you
for
want?
my birthday.
Yeah. I'm just gonna apply everything.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like, it's weird, and like I still enjoy it. It's still my day. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and I still get like enjoyment out of that. But that's still weird to me. Birthdays are a very complicated thing for me now, and they never used to be. So
Yeah. I think you just got to figure out what you can appreciate on that day. And it might not be what is stereotypical, right? You're not going to go roller skating for your birthday.
Yeah, it's a lot of emotion for me, really, is the thing. Which is why I like doing the stuff I'm already doing, because the alternative is me wanting to do fun stuff and then me getting caught up in feelings. So.
And you don't want to feel your feelings?
I feel my feelings plenty.
Yeah, you do feel. Oh my God, you feel so many feelings.
Okay.
You're feeling your feelings all the time. Anyway, for me, for my birthday, I usually like to do something self-care related. A massage, maybe a facial, maybe, something like that along those lines. Would you consider anything like that? Something self-care oriented where it's not a big party. It's not about people eyes on you. It's more about just like you taking care of yourself.
I would rather the party and the eyes on me than...
What? Why?
Yeah. I feel like for me, celebrating life involves celebrating it with the people you love.
I like massages.
I know. If you have it your way, I don't see you on your birthday.
No, that's not true. I would want to like do a nice dinner or like brunch maybe or something like that. But then yes, I would like alone time. Thank you very much.
This sounds eerily similar to our Valentine's Day, Liana.
Wait, okay, all right. First of all, you have to put the Valentine's Day in the context of everything that came before it. You live in what's that Kamala Harris quote? You didn't just fall out of a coconut tree. You live in the...
You don't have to use a reference you don't know.
Okay, first of all, I know it. I just don't remember the exact quote, okay? I'll Google it at some point and remember it, and then I'll dedicate it to memory, and then I'll know it, and then every single time I talk about it, I'll know it exactly verbatim. Anyway, the point is that it needs to exist within the context of how busy my work has been, okay? So, continue. I'm just prefacing, I'm setting the stage. Continue. Talk about our Valentine's Day.
So, first of all, Liana did probably the sweetest thing I've ever experienced on a Valentine's Day. I woke up to an entire so I didn't feel good Friday night. I had to cancel my stream. So I fell asleep very early and I slept in quite a bit.
You fell asleep at like 8 something and you didn't wake up until like 9:30 and I woke you up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I woke up to a Valentine's display that included every stereotypical Valentine's item that you could ask for. And this came off the heels of us doing the pod and me talking about how I've never experienced that. So it was very nice. I did appreciate that.
Yes.
The chocolates also were all good. They were milk chocolates. I did appreciate that you went to the effort of getting one I would like.
Yep. I got only milk chocolate. I think I need to revise some of my ratings. I think I was overly harsh on the chocolate. It was actually pretty good. Same with the candy hearts.
Candy hearts kind of were still chalky.
Yeah.
Especially because I finished all my chocolate and then I had the candy. I was like, this is not a substitute. Yeah.
Good. Well, I ate them.
So that was nice. And then you'd got me a coffee also, so I had the coffee. And then we were doing breakfast that day. So
I got you a balloon.
Which is still like, it's still like lifted, which is nice. And then we went for breakfast. We had breakfast. And then we came home. Liana said, I'm just going to go to work early now because then I can come home earlier. And that was what, maybe like 10 something?
No, it was like noon.
11 something.
It was like 11 something.
Yeah. I didn't see Liana till 7. She was just gone.
I know.
Yeah. But I also think it's because it was not like when we did the pod on like, what was it, Wednesday? Our plans were vastly different than what the plans ended up being Saturday. We had a whole thing planned. And then Liana, being the angel that she is, agreed to do someone else's work.
Yes. That, and then also I got stuck troubleshooting something, and sometimes I'm like a dog with a bone and I just can't let it go. And I was like, I have to fix this.
Let me go quite easy though.
Or I can't I would never let you go. Unless you did something mean to me, in which case you can go.
If we were on the Titanic, you would let me go and take that plank all the way to safety.
If I had to decide between your demise and mine, I'm like, I'm gonna pick me.
Yeah, it must be nice to survive in both scenarios, huh?
I'm so sorry. No, I would save you.
Question mark?
Okay, here's what I would do. I would obviously try to save both of us. Okay?
No, you can't do that.
Okay, but I'm gonna try that first. And then if that doesn't work.
That's almost worse. I'd rather you just pick yourself immediately.
Why?
Because then I got the false hope of we're gonna make it work.
I'm not telling you we're gonna survive.
Oh, I'm gonna know. I know you.
Try.
I'm gonna know that you're trying.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Yeah, that's worse.
Yeah, but wouldn't you rather me try than just give up on you immediately?
No. I don't know. Maybe.
What? You want me to just give up on you immediately? No, you don't.
If you're, you know, one of those like infographics where it's like, do you like this? Yes or no? And then you see what the end result is.
Yeah.
If the end result is always you survive or you pick you, then yes, before we go through the whole chart, just pick you.
I mean, sure, but that's assuming you know what the chart path looks like.
It looks like you save you. You just told me the answer. The other thing I got
you for Valentine's Day was the card that said, "Will you be my Valentine?"
So, Leah, I saw a card on the table, and panic kind of set in a little bit because we had planned this whole thing that the experience would have foregone cards and stuff because we were going to do that stuff in person on Saturday. I see this card at the display table, and I kind of panicked because I was like, oh no, Liana wrote something like hella profound and sweet. And like, I have all these thoughts and I didn't write them down. And I was like, shit, and then I really started feeling bad. I was like, I'm such a dick. Like,
Aww.
I was like, this is not the Valentine's you deserve. Da, 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 da. And then I open it and it says, would you be my Valentine? Yes or no?
Circle 1, yes or no.
Yeah. And I said, phew.
Yeah.
Yes.
I wasn't going to do something like that. I was going to get you the quintessential Valentines. I got you the teddy bear, small, by the way, like maybe a foot tall.
I guess I'm not worthy of a big one, but it's fine.
No.
Neither are you.
And I bought it at the dollar store. I didn't even get it from a claw machine.
No, I could tell the material was not as good.
Okay.
No offense.
To whom? The dollar store?
No, you.
Oh. I don't take offense. Remember, if we're in the Titanic and there's one plank of wood, I'm holding on for dear life.
And I hope this deep into like this, I hope people realize that I'm not actually upset with Liana going to work. We had talked about it ahead of time, and I knew it was gonna happen.
Yeah.
And like it was fair. So and this one's on me. It's just because my sleep schedule's been bad. By the time Liana got home, I passed out. So like we didn't even get to spend much time together after that.
Yeah, but we got to spend most of the morning together, so I thought that was
we then went to breakfast that Sunday morning, which was also great.
Yeah, so I think we got to spend a lot of time together.
Yeah.
It was just like tough with my work schedule being a mess, basically.
Yeah. And so, yeah, my birthday comes over this weekend. We're not planning anything. Like I said, I still intend to stream on Sunday, which I think is fine.
You can do whatever you want. It's your birthday.
Well, what's funny is that I've had a couple of podcasts that had to get scheduled, and
for your birthday?
No, not for my birthday specifically.
Okay.
And the people who I'm scheduling them with were like, would you be okay if we scheduled this podcast? Like, it is your birthday weekend. And I was like, I'm telling you, it's fine. It's fine. Because I was like, well, Liana goes to bed at like 9. So
Yeah.
I'm free after that. Like, I'm not going anywhere. We're not doing a rager out here.
Yeah, but you might be asleep, given your sleep
With my
schedule.
current state, yes, but we don't know yet.
So part of my work saga has been trying to just like track stuff and people and things down. And one of the things I've been trying to track down, I had to call a company and try to like get this whole thing sorted out. And so when I called, the person who I was speaking to was being trained. So I could hear both them and the trainer. And it was one of the weirdest experiences I've had, because you could hear the trainer go, and did you ask her what her address is? And then the person would go, yeah, can you please confirm your address? And then I would say my address. And then the trainer would be, did you get that? And then the other person would be like, yeah, I got it. I'm going to write it down here.
Do you think they were supposed to not hear? You were not supposed to hear that?
I don't know. I don't know if I was supposed to. I could hear the entire conversation.
So bizarre.
It was such an out-of-body experience. Like, I saw myself through someone else's eyes, through them interacting with each other. And I mean, to be fair, they didn't say anything like, okay, so she's being hostile. Now, when someone's hostile, be sure to say this.
I'm sure
like,
you weren't being hostile.
No. I'm saying I wasn't. So I didn't get anything crazy like that. But it was definitely a very interesting experience. I mean, and I get it. Like, you got to get trained somehow, right?
Someone's got to get trained.
Someone's got to get trained. And I've been at stores where that's happened before, right? Where you have a cashier who's learning. And so you have the trainee-trainer relationship thing happening. But it's never happened to me over the phone.
It's weirder on the phone.
It was so weird. And it would be like, oh, you forgot to do this. Like, be sure to ask her what the PO number is. Mm-hmm. It's just like, oh my God, I'm so uncomfortable. I call people on the phone because I absolutely have to get it done. And I want to make it done as quickly as possible. It is not a pleasant experience. So that happened to me this week.
I don't mind talking on the phone. I despise talking on the phone for actual real life stuff.
I have no idea what that means.
I would love to talk on the phone with you. I would love to talk on the phone with any of my friends ever, any podcaster. I enjoy that a lot. If I have to call to deal with something that's admin related or deal with something that's customer service related, I genuinely would rather shovel snow in shorts and a vest.
Oh, well, we got some snow outside.
I know.
So but do you think that has more to do with the fact that you don't like admin stuff?
That doesn't help. No, for me, I don't like feeling, and it's because this has happened a lot now. I get agitated when I'm on hold. There's hold music, and I'm on hold for like 20 minutes. That's fine. And then suddenly it hangs up.
That's the worst.
Because now I have to call back and be like, did you hang up on me? Like, or what happened? And also, the system's not set up in a way where they know your number, they're going to call you back. Mm-hmm. And now you have to call back and go through the whole rigmarole. You don't even know if you're going to end up with the same person that already has your problem. So now you got to re-explain the thing. Mm-hmm. And like sometimes in specific scenarios, it's like, well, I explained it to this person. They didn't get it, but we sat through it enough that now they got it. And now you have to relitigate all that.
Go through the entire process again.
Yeah, so stuff like that, despise. But I do enjoy talking on the phone quite a bit. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, not surprising, I guess.
Okay, person, Zoom, phone, text, rank.
In person, Zoom, phone, text?
Yeah. I thought that was your rank. Like what you prefer in terms of communicating with people.
Yeah. Depends on okay, we're going general.
Sure.
Text is last, I think. Just because if it's ever going to be a conversation that is important, I sadly cannot rely on myself to get that done as of right now, because I'm a bad responder. Well, it's funny because some people will never know that about me because I'm good with responding. But
like me?
Like you.
Who else do you respond to?
What's funny is like, for example, with RP stuff, because it's almost a daily thing, I'm going to keep in contact because we're going to immediately talk the next day. So something like that. But text is last. Zoom, in person, phone.
Or video call. Doesn't have to be Zoom.
Video call's third. I don't like video call, really. I feel like video call forces you to be bound in the spot, which at that point we might as well be in person because now we're just digital and I don't really mess with that. I also feel like I hate video call on phones because phone angles are awful. And also, if I'm going to watch your neck as you're doing stuff, just turn the camera off. We don't need to be on video call now. What's the insistence? Yeah. But also, you know, as someone who doesn't have Apple, I've literally had to deal with this maybe 5 times in my life.
What, video calling on the phone?
Yeah, whereas I feel like Apple users have often been like FaceTime. So that's third. Second is phone call. I do love the utility of a phone call where you can, if you have to not be in the room, you can. Because like I'm on my computer so often with work stuff that if I'm on the phone and it's an engaging conversation or it's a conversation that I'm like taking part of, I can use that opportunity to take a break, walk away from the computer. I can go get worked on, you know, making a little snack or doing something else. I think I'm not mad at that. I think that would be, and also phone call, brilliant for walks.
Yeah.
You're like busy at home, you get a phone call, you're like, all right, now I'm just gonna go outside and like take a walk until this phone call is done. And like, because it's kind of the thing, like, you know, when someone hands you something, when you're on the phone, you just grab it. It's like that. It's like your body and you don't realize what you're doing when you're going on a walk, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
In person is number one because I do think that in person you get so much more information. So depending whether it's a friendship thing, whether it's a relationship, whether it's business, body language gives away a lot. Just energy, vibes. You can read all of that 15,000 times more in person than you can on any of those mediums I just mentioned. Yeah. And I do like that.
Yeah. So that's your ranking. In person, number one, then phone, then video call, then texting. Yeah. I was going to say something similar, but honestly, sometimes I want to flip. It depends on the application, but if I could flip the video chat in person, like sometimes I would consider that.
So you put like, in person, 3, video chat 1.
In person, phone, video, text, same as you, or video, chat, phone, in person, text. But it depends on the application. Like, for example, one of my favorite things in the universe is like I'll finish a Zoom call with somebody and then I just shut it and I'm like, I'm free.
I never trust the shutting it.
Okay, I use that as an exaggeration, but I mean the call ends and you're just free. Like, you just go back to your normal life.
I see what you mean.
You don't have to drive home. Like, for example, you take a doctor's appointment over a video call. You don't have to drive home anymore. Like, that's fair. You did it already and you're done and you're already at home and that's awesome. And I love that. Or like, I'm hiring for a new position at our company and I get to have a Zoom call with somebody and then I'm just, okay, I'm done. Back to work.
Goodbye.
Like, goodbye. Yeah. And you get at least enough of kind of the in-person vibe. But I do agree that it's not like a full replication.
Yeah. I think also the when you said back to work, I was like, that's exactly why I take in person more, because then you get the extra bonus free time, the commute back. Like,
I have stuff to do.
No, I like you know, with the amount of like doctor's appointments or anything like that, I'll walk home like maybe I'll get myself a coffee. Maybe I'll give myself a treat, you know? Like it's been
a reward for your
a reward for just being like regular and going outside. Yeah. Do you know what that reference is from?
No.
Yeah.
Is it Matthew McConaughey or something?
It is not.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
It's from Inglourious Bastards.
Ah, okay. Anyway, so I am trying to show up authentically as myself more often. Specifically in places where I do not normally feel comfortable. So places like work, for example. And one of those ways that I am trying to show up as myself is just what would Liana do in this situation and not like completely change her actions or behaviors. But I'm starting to run into moments of where I'm being perceived. And I know that you don't like being perceived and I am being perceived and comments are being made about me being perceived. And I can't decide if I like it or not. I mean, I don't like it, but I'm trying to learn to like recognize it as a term of endearment. So let me give you an example of something that happened today. I don't like walking places because I get bored and I just want to be at the place that I want to be.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to go make a coffee in the break room, and I have to go walk to make that coffee. I wish I could just like teleport there and then I'm making the coffee, right? Obviously, everybody feels that. So anyway, so sometimes I will skip or run or move quickly through space. And today, our chief technology officer made a joke about me because we both had heels on today, and so she's with heels, clop 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 clop, and she, like Dan and I, so me and one of my coworkers like looked up at her going clop clop clop, and she was like, "Oh, am I making too much noise?" And I was like, "No, it's just funny because I'm also wearing heels today." And I was like, at first I thought it was me walking, and she goes, "No, you walking sounds like this," and then goes like really quick with her feet on the ground like I'm running. And Dan, the guy in front of me, just starts laughing like a little too hard for my own comfort. Like he found it too funny. He has told me that me running places does stress him out. Apparently, I stress people out at work.
I'm not surprised.
What? I'm just efficient.
No, you're intense.
I am intense. I am very intense.
You're intense. And like, this is not a disrespectful thing. You look too locked in when you're doing stuff. And it can be off-putting to those of us that want to, you know, casually stroll through our day.
I don't have time to casually stroll through my day.
Okay, this is not an attack on you. So you don't need to do all that. It's just an observation.
I'm just saying.
You aren't. I remember when you used to work from home during pandemic, and I was like, I'll never keep up with this woman. I was like, I don't know what she's gotten herself into. I'm going to drag her down. I genuinely felt like I was going to ruin your life.
Aww.
Because I was like, I'm never going to be able to keep up with her.
You balance me out. That's the point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it also took a long time for me to understand that you being that intense and that high energy when you're doing that stuff has nothing to do with me.
Shilpa told one of my other coworkers told me that me typing stresses her out because I type too fast.
And like pressing down too hard.
That's just my mechanical keyboard. But I did get a silent mechanical keyboard. But still, obviously, you can still like kind of hear the keys. Like you could hear any keyboard. But anyway, yes. So, and they were laughing and joking, and like clearly they didn't mean it in a like a mean way.
It's
and
just
I don't necessarily
Liana-isms.
I didn't take
These
it
are
that way.
Liana-isms.
Yeah, it's the Liana-isms. Yes, exactly. It's that. It's me doing this. Like clapping, like I do this because I get excited and I clap like this. Teresa, one of my other coworkers,
just dox them all.
You know what? Whatever. One of my other coworkers' impression of me is that, like me, yay, and this, like clapping and being excited.
Yeah, I've seen you do that yay for like serious stuff and also for like, and here's the extra cheese you wanted.
Yay. I mean, why not celebrate? Anyway, so
well, that's
showing up.
Ironic.
What? What do you mean?
Because I'm like, let's smell the roses. Let's celebrate. And you're like, no.
Well, in certain circumstances, there's no time to celebrate.
I'm bored. I don't want to walk there.
It's boring.
Why is it boring?
Because it's just, there's nothing to do. It's just I have to walk down a hallway.
Do you have headphones on?
No.
Get headphones on.
Get headphones, bro. Okay, fine. I'll try your headphone tactic next time.
It's not my tactic. Although I will say, I do not think I have had nothing going on in my ears for longer than 10% of the last 20 years.
But like, how do you think? Do you think with the noise? Oh.
I can't function if it's too quiet. The noise just becomes annoying.
So I'll put headphones on with the intent. Oh, by the way, so you know how I like Tropical House? I found a new genre called Ocean House, which is like it's like maybe more of a chill version of Tropical House.
Oh, because Tropical House is intense and it needs to be mellowed out.
For me, yeah. So I've been trying to listen to it while I'm working because I'm trying to, but also we're now in a shared space. So I'm trying to like block out some noise and like listen on my headphones. I inevitably always end up pausing the music. And then I'm like, when did I pause the music? And it's because my brain just like couldn't think properly.
I would listen to podcasts while doing work. So I've gotten very good at listening to speaking while doing stuff because I really got back into music as the background for stuff way later. Like even when I first moved here, podcasts had long taken over for me listening to stuff while doing stuff.
Yeah.
And I mean, the thing is like, because I think your argument is that you get distracted with podcasts, depending on the podcast. But for me, it was more RHAP than anything. It's about one topic. So my mind knows, all right, Big Brother stuff in this corner, everything else in this corner. And it's not like, but music, I think, can take over way more space because it's just more of a broad, loud, like melody. And I think that can start fogging up and like getting in the way.
I'm sure it also depends on what you're working on too, right? Like if I'm trying to design,
I think it also depends on the music.
Plasmids, right? Like it's a little bit more intellectually intensive.
Don't even talk to me while I'm designing my plasmids.
Yeah, because I'm like, which glycine linker should I use today, fam?
Yeah, your plas kind of mid, bro.
What's our secretion peptide? Am I right?
Don't ever say secretion on this podcast
Well,
again.
why? It's a real thing.
It's filthy.
For proteins that get secreted. Oh, okay.
Talk
Oh
about.
no! Now that's all I'm gonna hear. I'm working on a collagen secretion
Excuse me. You call them. You let them know you're married, and you can't do that no more.
Yeah. All right. Well. Anyway. I don't know where
You
I
should
was
put
going
on
with
some Asher Roth while you're doing that.
that. Why? Because we love college. I did love college.
Protein secretions with my friends. Playing beer pong till the end, man. I love college.
Hey, and I love drinking.
Hey. Protein secretions. Hey.
Ew. Now that's all I'm gonna. It's gross. You made it gross.
I did
You
not
made my
do.
work
I
gross.
did nothing.
You
by
made
the
my
way.
work gross.
How? What is it? What does a protein secretion mean?
Ew. Now I'm grossed out by it. Okay, in my context, it means
In
that
the regular context.
What do you mean in a regular context?
What do you mean by
In
you saying
science
my
context
context implies that
Yeah,
it's
my context.
means that the other one's my context.
Yeah, your weird, gross context, and then there's the Liana normal science context.
Oh yeah, the normal, very chill, very laid back context.
Very chill, very laid back.
Yeah,
yes.
Plasmid.
Plasmid. This.
That's not a thing. You're just saying stuff now.
You didn't. Yeah, but you didn't like that. I also found a new YouTuber. If anybody's looking for recommendations, his name is Bobby Broccoli, and he's got a bunch on physics. I watched a 3-hour video on the history of cold fusion, and I also what?
Sorry, I'm just sleepy.
And I also watched. It's a 3-episode compilation of the superconducting super collider that never got built. So if anybody's interested,
Super disappointing.
it was so super they put it twice. Wait, so isn't that what's that saying? Something they did it twice.
So nice they named it twice.
Yeah, so nice they named it twice. That's like if that would be like your Pooya Pooya Zanvakili. Should we call you that?
No.
I kind of like it.
Great.
Pooya Pooya sounds better than Liana. I feel
No,
like my
Liana
tongue is trying to
sounds
escape.
like Wyclef saying Shakira. Liana.
Pooya Pooya. Pooya Pooya. It sounds like Booya Booya. Like we're celebrating.
That's just you saying booyah twice also.
Should we get a soundboard?
We've talked about this. If we did, you would have no access to it.
I just feel like we should revisit that idea.
Having a soundboard or
Yeah.
you having access to it?
Yeah, me having access
No.
to the soundboard.
No, that would be like the equivalent of having a toddler sit next to me with like those noise making, like the little, what do you call them? Like
Maracas?
yes. And just like, and not even using them right, just like clanking on the microphone stand, throwing the plants across. It would just be one loud distraction.
Okay. Well, anyway, I just feel like we shouldn't close ourselves off to the idea.
No, we've sealed it shut.
Fine.
Yeah.
All right. What else is new?
I don't know. I'm still processing what just happened with all the science stuff. Every time you bring science into this, you derail everything.
Why?
Because it's complicated.
Yeah, science is complicated.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sometimes definitely when I'm speaking and then I think of the sentence I just said, and I'm like, that was not, like, what did you just say? That makes absolutely no sense to anybody who doesn't, like, isn't
Do what you're doing?
super niche, yeah.
Well, that's I mean, everyone has that, though. I literally talk
Yeah.
about what I'm doing in RP stuff, and I'm like, I'll be surprised if you retain 20% of this.
Me? I feel like I pick up a lot.
You do. I mean, like, granted,
When I try.
It's not as complicated as science stuff, but
It's just a lot of moving pieces.
it's a lot of moving pieces, a lot of names, and like some people I'll describe as their in-character name versus out-character name.
I will say that is very difficult.
It's very difficult because I'm like, I should just call them by their in-character name the whole way through, but it's weird because when I want to call with them outside of the game, I'm trying to not do that because I'm like, you are your own person, you're not this character. But I don't know, it's tough. What were your thoughts on the traders this week?
Did I watch it?
Yes.
I did? What happened in the episode?
Eric Nam is a trader now.
Oh my God, Eric Nam is so funny. He's like, yeah, bruh. Like, I'm here and I'm trying.
It got very broy in the turret real quick.
It got very broy. I think, again, further evidence to Rob playing a very good game. I would love to see him play another show.
I think a lot of people have been saying that. I don't think you yield the same results. I think
that's why I want to see him play another show.
I think, it's like, it's the old adage of once you're a known entity, it's impossible to play like the first time.
I will tell you, part of the whole Rob Suri debate, right, is happening right now. And that's why I want Rob to play another game. Because the fact that Suri can come back time after time after time and continue to do well says something about her skill set. If he... And I mean, obviously, like, Tony needed 3 times to really, like, get a sense of what he's capable of. So maybe Rob needs a couple more shots at it. But, like, I would love to see him now being a known quantity, how he would either change his strategy or if this was a flash in the pan. So the
thing is, I don't think it's a flash in the pan just based on how much thought is put behind some of these decisions. But I just don't see, like, what show can he end up on at this point, realistically?
Survivor.
I don't think they pick him up. I think Survivor clearly does not want to acknowledge traders.
Do you think he would go on the challenge?
I think the challenge is probably the closest of the like active stuff. The other one, I mean, the other one is not really a game, like a competitive game, shit like that. But I genuinely think Dancing with the Stars is within reach. I think he's gonna end up on Dancing with the Stars.
Wasn't Dylan Efron on Dancing with the Stars? So yeah, I mean, that's a pretty clear pipeline. And it's also that to The Masked Singer. I feel like it's a very like.
I think right now, when the season ends, if it ends the way it's going, I think Rob Rush is about to become the biggest name out of the traders we have had yet, which is kind of nuts, but it is.
You think bigger than Dylan Efron?
I think way bigger than Dylan Efron. I think Dylan and Boston Rob clearly got the most opportunities out of that season.
Yeah.
But I was online for both, and the Rob Roush love goes deep.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's unexpected. I think that's a big part of it. I think people love mystery, but they hate surprises. So he's a good mystery, right?
Yeah. And very good looking for a lot of people.
Sure. Yeah.
Oh, not a good looking to Bean?
I think he's fine, but he's just not my cup of tea. Like what I would naturally gravitate
to lose once, huh, Rob?
Yeah, because I have you. I don't need anybody else. Just you and Rihanna.
I'll allow it.
Well, I was thinking about that because I've been getting a lot of videos of previous
Super Bowl.
Yeah. Gotten a lot of Super Bowl halftime content after the bad
same.
Bunny of it all.
It really is cyclical, the For You page, because I think we're about like 1 month away from all the Eurovision stuff coming back into the algorithm also.
Oh my God. I have been so behind on Eurovision stuff. I finally started trying to make an effort to catch up. So I'm caught up on Sweden. So I'm ready for their finals. I mean, they still have 2 more of their semis before their finals. But I missed Latvia. I missed Supernova. I missed Estonia. I missed a bunch. So I'm playing catch up. I'm playing from behind. I just haven't had the time to get into it.
For my birthday on Saturday. Well, my birthday's Sunday, right?
Yeah.
But stuff I want to do on Saturday. I want to go to the claw machine place.
Ooh, okay, we can do that.
And then I think we should do an escape room.
Wait, are you serious? You want to do an escape room? Really? With me? You want to do one?
Why do you sound like I hate escape rooms?
Because I'm normally the one who wants to do an escape room. I love escape rooms with Bean. I love them. You should tell them about the book you bought. Have you played it yet?
Oh, Myrtle.
Mm-hmm.
I've not played it yet.
Is it Myrtle? Is that what it's called?
It's called Myrtle.
Is it really?
Mm-hmm.
They're basically logic puzzles, but you're trying to solve a mystery.
Mm-hmm.
They're just logic puzzles,
Mm-hmm.
but it's fun. It's like and there's like some additional like kind of cool clues once you get to the higher levels.
I learned about it from Annabelle.
Well, why don't you just tell Annabelle about it?
I should. Annabelle, I now do Myrtle. Thank you.
You literally said you haven't done any yet.
I bought the book and it's on my bedside table.
I've done a bunch of them.
Yeah.
So Annabelle.
Well, it
hit
was
me
an
up to talk
awkward
about
moment
Myrtle.
because I showed Liana. She was like, "Oh my god, I love puzzles."
I thought he got it for me. It was really uncomfortable.
It didn't have to be because I was like, "You can have it," and she was like, "No, you can keep it."
Because it was one of those situations. Once I realized it wasn't for me, I didn't want to like just steal it from you. You know what I mean?
What's mine is yours.
Yeah. Well, and I've done more of the puzzles than you have, so basically it's mine.
I'm just gonna throw it out now.
Don't throw it away. I'm not done.
You're done when I say you're done.
Yeah. So, okay, we can do a claw machine place and we can do an escape room. I think both of those are very valid.
And we can figure out what we want to do for food.
Sure.
Yeah, I think that'll be a fun thing to do. I don't currently have I have a podcast that's supposed to be scheduled that day, but I don't have a time for it yet. But we can work around that.
Announcement. B&B fans, if you're a fan of the B&B, we are not doing a preview podcast this year.
Wow.
Because, well,
blasphemy.
Look, here's the
We
deal.
are mad.
Here's the deal. Mike and I talked about it. One, I'm crazy busy. But two, there's been so much preseason content already. There's nothing we would say. I guess we don't want to just do a podcast because I feel like we have to do one.
I think that what's true is that people have heard all of Mike's thoughts, probably, right? Like even more than they would have anticipated. They may not have heard your thoughts yet, but they have heard your thoughts about most of these people in some capacity. And
correct. And we did the draft.
We did the draft, but we did the draft without all the context, though.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's
but
fair.
They're gonna find out your thoughts come episode 1 anyway,
exactly.
so it doesn't matter.
That was the thing. It's like I'll be able to share all those things if I do have any thoughts really in episode 1. But I'm just more excited to actually like see them on the beach and see how it plays out, right? Because I think it's different when you have a brand new cast because you're trying to make so many like new judgment calls, and not saying that you can't do it with
That's
a returning
coming
season.
soon.
Yeah, next week.
It's next. I'm talking about how busy things have been. And they're about to get lighter for me. I'm not ready for how busy next week's gonna be.
Yeah.
Because
we have to record the PAL on a different day.
Why? Oh, Survivor.
Yes. The whole reason we're here. Yeah, so Survivor comes back. I'm excited. Did sneak up on me.
What if we record over the weekend next week and then upload it to start the week on like a Monday? And I say this because we will have lots to talk about. We'll talk about Survivor. We'll talk about the Traitors finale and reunion. And we can talk about House of Villains. Because all three of those are happening that week. And if the only other alternative I can think of is Tuesday, that's before any of that happens. And I feel like I feel like we want to talk about those three things on that episode.
Okay, so you heard it here first. Potential delayed release of the PAL.
But it's worth it.
But it's worth it. We promise.
Yeah.
Wait, when does House of Villains start?
The same night as the Traitors finale.
Oh, really?
And that's 3 hours also.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So get ready.
Maybe that's what we should do for your birthday. Watch TV.
Well, none of that'll be out. Well, none of that'll be out before my birthday.
Oh, right. It's the week after. It's the week after.
Yeah.
The week after.
We should watch it for your birthday.
Yeah, we watch it for my birthday. No. We've got that weird in between. Oh, we're going to the MLS game. Okay. Well, anyway, whatever. We'll figure it out.
Oh shoot, that's on next week.
It's not this weekend. It's the weekend after.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
I finished Heated Rivalry.
Okay, spoilers. Right? Are we gonna talk spoilers about Heated Rivalry?
Yeah, we'll give it like 5 minutes probably.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe even less, but scroll ahead if you have not.
So I watched it.
You watched it before me. So I had thought it would be fun for us to watch together. And then Liana's busy. And then one night, Liana's free. I was not free. And Liana's like, I want to watch Heated Rivalry. I was like, okay, go ahead, watch. She was like, I'll watch the first episode, then we can watch them together. I was like, cool. She finished it that night.
Okay, context is missing. First of all, I had brought it up for us to watch Heated Rivalry a few times. I'd been like, hey, do you want to watch an episode of Heated Rivalry tonight? And you had said, no, I'd rather do this instead. So I had been offering. I just want to put that out on the table. So this wasn't
It's
like a
because
complete
the
out of
offer
nowhere.
would be like at 8:30 p.m. and like I've had other plans made already.
Yeah, which is
So,
fine.
yeah.
But yes, it had been a long time coming. And yes, I got obsessed. And yes, I did watch it all in one night.
I want to more talk about Liana's guffaw at me. So I had watched the first, I think, 4 episodes. And then I told Liana to watch the first 4 episodes. And she was like, who's your favorite? And I was like, Kip. And she ewed me.
Okay, it's not an ew moment, but like of all the characters, you're gonna pick a Kip? Here's what ended up happening was it revealed where, you know how you take those BuzzFeed quizzes and it tells you you're most like this character. I'm a Scott and you're a Kip.
And you see Scott in a way too positive light for my liking.
I really liked Scott. I related to Scott in a lot of ways. I saw myself in Scott. And you saw yourself in Kip. That's why you related to Kip.
I feel like I understood Kip more than most people.
Yeah, and I think I understood Scott maybe more than most people then.
Mm-hmm.
Which is so funny because we're not even talking about the 2 main characters. Like, our whole discussion was all about Scott and Kip.
Yeah, it's because the 2 characters, like, with Ilya and Shane, it was like, yeah, we get the story. Like, we saw the story play out through 6 episodes.
Yeah.
Scott and Kip was a very, like, limited episode run. So I feel like there was, for me, a lot more to, like, talk about and discover there. Because I think the show, first of all, was done so well.
Yep.
I was blown away. Soundtrack was amazing. And then just everything else was perfectly done. And, like, I didn't feel like... It was only 6 episodes. I did not feel like, wow, they left us with not enough. Wow, they cliffhangered us. At no point did I feel like anything. Like, every episode was contained in a way where I wanted to hit the next episode, but it wasn't I need to at least watch the first 3 minutes to see what happened. Like, none of that, which I did appreciate. But yeah, I had a great time.
I think that my feeling toward Ilya and Shane was, I'm rooting for these crazy kids. And that was like kind of about the extent of the feeling. So, but definitely was so like rooting for them. I was like, oh my God, when Shane got a concussion, I was like, no, I thought he was going to die and I was going to cry.
My favorite moment of the entire season was the last like 3 minutes of the 5th episode when the whole thing happens with Scott and Kip.
Yes.
And then Ilya grabs his phone, calls Shane.
I know.
Because I didn't know what they were going to say, but what I didn't expect was, I'm coming to the cottage. So
I loved that.
Yeah, that was great.
That was such a good moment.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, yes. And I thought that the pacing of the first episode, for example, I thought I really did a good job setting the tone.
They really figured out how to do time jumps in a way that didn't feel like it was taken away from the story. Like, we time jumped all over the place, but it was done in a way where nothing was sacrificed. Like, it really would be a 3-minute scene next year. And I'm like, wait, what? But then it didn't feel like, man, we missed this, and this. Because I think there was enough action in between of all the segments that it worked out. And I think that, and like, I am no hockey expert by any means, but I do understand the cycle of hockey, you know, the off season, the all-star weekend, like Olympics. And I feel like being able to stop down at all those moments was great. It really felt like I was watching someone's, like when you play the video game and you play the franchise mode, I felt like I was watching someone's franchise mode play out, but franchise mode with romance involved in it also. And that was very fun also.
Yeah, definitely.
I feel like we kind of shoehorned the celebrity girlfriend segment.
That was the most awkward part of the whole show.
Like, I understood why it was there and it made sense story-wise, but it really, that was maybe the one thing that I was like, we kind of yada yada through this. Like,
you know, I think one thing that, like, I mean, I think the show does a good job of conveying it, but I had to kind of remember it in the moment when he starts dating her, is that Shane is like the guy.
That's the other thing.
Right?
Shane is the guy.
Yeah.
But at no point does he act like the guy, if that makes sense.
Sure.
And by that, I mean, like, you know, superstar ego. And I'm not saying you should have an ego if you're the guy, but like, I feel like I just always imagine an air of confidence with the guy. And Shane always was a little bit more insecure, a little bit more like reserved, which is a lot more me than anything. So I definitely relate to that.
Yeah.
But I was like, I mean, if I'm like the god of hockey, I would be a little bit like annoying about it.
No, but I mean,
I won 2 drafts for free. We get nothing out of it, and my ego went up by 5% easily for like a good year.
No, but I think that is what's. I maybe wish there was a little bit more of that dichotomy between like who he truly is as a person, which is kind of this just like humble guy who's trying to work and like is dealing with his own self-realization of who he is and who he loves and what he wants, with the media's perception, because I feel like we didn't necessarily get a ton of that except for when he's doing like his photo shoots and things like that. But I wish that we had really been able to perceive him from kind of that like third party of how he really is like the hockey player. We got a little bit of that with his relationship with what's-her-face, but I wish it had been set up a little bit more beforehand.
Because I feel like with Ilya, we got to see a lot of moments of him like hyping up, being a leader. He's the captain of the team. He's like doing speeches, like riling them up. We didn't really get that from Shane.
Well, and I don't even necessarily think we need to get it from Shane specifically, but I think what is the third party perspective of him? Like, what does the world see of him? Because we get to see everything from his perspective, which is beautiful. But I would have loved to have seen it from, like, part of the reason why he feels so pressured to, like, stay in the closet as well.
I think, honestly, it's very, like, I think now as we're talking about, I'm like, okay, maybe I'm not going to be too harsh about him not being written or shown as a bit of an ego, is because I do think there's people out there who get put on a pedestal and are told you are the greatest, and they're not even like, the imposter syndrome kicks in. Like,
I think that's what I think that's what he's going through, right?
Yeah.
I think anyway,
Which
I thought it was
relatable.
Super well done. So I guess if you're listening at this stage, you're already spoiled or whatever, but I mean, I recommend it.
Told you
10
to
out of
skip
10.
5. Yeah, my only thing is I don't know if this got released weekly or this was released in a batch. I wish I was watching it as everyone else was watching it to get the discourse of it all. But I'm happy I watched it anyway.
Yeah, same.
All right, well, this brings us to the end of the pod. Hope you all had fun here. What?
My calves are sore.
Okay. Maybe it's because you're running in heels. Did you think about that?
I didn't want to walk. I just wanted coffee. We're demoing a new coffee maker.
I'm running in heels, and that's going to cut this trip by 7 seconds. And those 7 seconds I can put into doing something else.
Okay, but think about it. If I cut 7 seconds every, 3 minutes, think about how many seconds I'll save.
You realize you sound ridiculous, right?
Know.
Okay, good. I just want to make sure.
I know. And sometimes it's not worth over-optimizing because you don't actually get any benefit. Just let me be.
Walk with a coworker. Message your husband.
That's worse.
Listen to music. Listen to a podcast. These are all.
I'd get 7 seconds of a podcast every
No, you don't take the headphones off once you get to the kitchen.
Well, I gotta focus.
On making coffee?
It's a new coffee machine. I don't know how it works. We're demoing a new one. Because we're going to get a new coffee machine in our new place. And so we're demoing a few different ones. And this is one of the ones we're demoing. And at first I couldn't figure out how it worked because I didn't know which way to put the pot in. Because you could put it in either way. But the barcode scanner is only on one side. But there's barcodes on both sides. But the barcodes are different.
Sounds like hell.
It was complicated.
Avril Lavigne.
Yeah. Why does the coffee machine got to be so complicated? All right. I love you. That's enough now.
All right. Well, hope you enjoyed this. We'll be back next week to talk about probably a supersized episode. We're going to talk about the Traitors finale, the Traitors reunion, the premiere of Survivor, and the premiere of House of Villains.
That's a lot.
We're going to be busy. And that's on top of everything we usually talk about here. Find me at Pooyaism. Find Liana doing the B&B. But like she said, there's not going to be a preview episode. So be on the lookout for episode 1. That should be rolling around probably right before the pad next time anyway. So be on the lookout for that over the weekend. And hope you have a lovely week ahead of you. Y'all take care. Have a good one.